Hey, welcome back to Twin Cities Live. Samantha Harris calls Hopkins home, but the Emmy-winning television host has been a fixture for years on Hollywood shows like Dancing with the Stars and Entertainment Tonight.
Samantha was always an advocate for a healthy lifestyle, but a breast cancer diagnosis turned her world upside down. That experience caused her to reevaluate her life, and she turned that into a brand new book.
It's called Your Healthiest Healthy, and Samantha is here. She's going to tell us all about it. I get distracted because the cover is just so cute.
You're just trying to read the book right there.
We're so happy that you're here, Samantha.
Thank you.
This is so exciting. Minnesota native, and you've never been in our studio.
No, it's crazy. We were just talking. I've worked at other stations, but you know what? This is my first time, and this is my hometown. And coming back to Minneapolis for the holidays and being able to be here on Twin Cities Live is so much fun. So thank you for having me.
Look, you've gone on to write this new book. You have taken something that was bad and turned it into something good. What gave you the strength inside to say, no, this isn't going to slow me down. This is going to propel me forward?
Well, you know, when I was blindsided by a breast cancer diagnosis at 40, with two little girls at home who were just 3 and 6 at the time, no hereditary link to breast cancer. I needed to know why, and so I leaned into my journalism background, and I researched and I spoke to so many experts, and I determined it's what you put in, on, and around your body that so much affects your overall well-being. And so I started making sweeping changes in how I ate, what kinds of products I used on, especially for us, people who are on TV, you're in the makeup chair a lot.
Yeah.
So the kinds of products I was using in my beauty bag, the cleaning supplies I was using in my house. My kids were crawling around on the floor, and I wanted a chemical cannon to make sure everything was as clean and spotless as possible, yet not realizing the damage that I could potentially be doing. So I've changed everything, including getting rid of toxic friendships and those relationships that really drag you down in your life.
Good.
Yeah, that's huge. You were already really healthy, though. I mean, by the looks of you. I mean, you were working out, you were eating well, and all of that. But it was those little things that you found were a concern to you?
Absolutely. You know, the way a lot of us grew up, right, in the 80s and 90s, the fat-free generation, where everything that we put in our bodies, we thought fat was bad and low-cal, low-fat was good. And unfortunately, it's not. It's detrimental to our overall health. And so making those changes for just food, but even the changes in the toxins that we're putting on our body for, our shampoo and our conditioner.
Our producers give us all sorts of notes when we have guests come on, which is great. Let me just read you one of my favorite lines that they've ever written, okay? And then the ball will squarely be in your court. Topics include, in your new book, Your Healthiest Healthy, in this order, I suppose, recipes, sex life, poop, and tampons.
It's all right there.
What say you, Samantha?
You know what? They do. This was a book. Your Healthiest Healthy is really a girlfriend's guide, talking directly to my friends. Breaking down the science so that all of everything in the book is research backed, but you want to be able to understand what it's talking about. And sometimes it's something as simple as feminine care.
Yeah.
We grew up and we just used what we were given.
And you certainly don't want to have a conversation about that with anybody, really. It's kind of just like a whatever, I do my thing, you do your thing.
But it's the kind of conversations that maybe in a little quiet corner with your girlfriend, you're chit-chatting, and these are the things you talk about. So, using 100% organic. This is exactly what you want to listen to.
Yep, this is it. Do it. Give it to us. Because I've just been making some sweeping changes.
I have a wife at home. I mean, I've got some,
Well, and you know what? And with me, with little girls growing up, so 100% organic, cotton, feminine care products is really important. This is something, when you go, there's my husband, Michael, who's a wealth manager. He's an incredible support for me, for my girls. This is back post-cancer, trying to make smoothies and get them to hiding the greens. Spinach is a really great addition to a smoothie that doesn't really change the flavor, but adds so much.
Much better than kale. Kale will change the game. Your kids won't know if there's spinach in it.
Correct. I use both, and I'm a proponent of both.
Have you been doing cauliflower, Samantha? I've been doing that in smoothies.
In the smoothies, no, but I like the cauliflower rice. But I think too that it's just also the relationships that you have around yourself that are so important to build that positive support squad and be able to build resiliency within yourself, because that is the key to a survivor's mindset, but also to a long, healthy life.
Okay, I think that's also really important when it comes to Minnesotans, because I'm a lifelong Minnesotan, and I know that we are very loyal, sometimes to a fault. When you mentioned that, letting go of some toxic friendships and relationships, especially going into the holiday season, how do you navigate that when we feel like, well, we've always been friends with Nancy, we went to high school together, and she's always been there, and so we should always stay friends.
It's true. You do have that sort of pressure to feel that. Actually, in the book, I give a negativity quiz so that you can help isolate who are those friends who just aren't showing up. I mean, think about it. Who are the friends who you're the one who always is making the plans? Or who you talk to, but after the conversation, you just feel anxious, like you're shoulders are in your
Yeah,
ears.
That's like a ding, ding, ding for me, yeah.
So things like finding out just little hints to have you assess, and then I have scripted talk. One of the things I'm really proud about in the book, whether it's about how to talk to your kids about a health diagnosis or how to break up with a friend, I have scripted dialogue in the book with suggestions of how to do it.
Okay, so I'm curious about that because I was thinking, everybody, you're watching at home right now and you're thinking, oh, it's Judy. I just got to distance myself from Judy.
You always hate the
Bye,
Judys.
Judy.
It's
It's
always
nice.
Judys.
No, there are so many Judys. Some are lovely. Others, no, I tease you, Judys. But then they're thinking, okay, I got somebody that I need to get out of my life and work out that relationship, but how do you do it? So if there's one takeaway that someone at home could have, what helps in that conversation of breaking up with a toxic friend?
Well, I think, first of all, preparing yourself for the shrapnel to fly,
yeah.
but mitigating it by knowing that that person most likely is going to react negatively because it's really hard for people to take that self-reflection. And sometimes you need to be open, this is going to be a little crazy, to looking within yourself, because you might have the best of intentions, but you might create toxicity in a relationship that you're unintentionally doing.
Yeah.
So that's also something during this season of giving, give to others to look within yourself.
I think that's good.
Okay, what kind of mother are you, Samantha? What are things
What
like
kind of
with
mother
you?
are you?
You're on
What's
the
happening
stand.
at home? Like, are you the type of mom that you thought you would be, or are you like the mom that, are there things you're still working on with it?
I think as a mom, we're always working, as parents, we're always working on figuring out, especially as our kids are getting into the technology age, as they get older and trying to figure out how to navigate that with them.
Yeah.
I feel really lucky that I come from, a matriarch of a grandmother who's living here in Wayzata who's 94, and I know Grandma Jackie, I love you,
Hi,
she's
Jackie.
watching, and my mom who has been such an incredible strength for me and guidance. So I think taking from them and what I've learned from seeing them as mothers to now impart to my kids, and we try to guide and give advice, and what I tell them is, I want to be your friend, but I also need to be your mom. But always tell me the truth and share with me, because I'll always be here. I will always, always be here for you.
I'll leave her with this little bit of wisdom that we recounted this morning on the radio from Jennifer Garner, whose daughter gave her a note, a handwritten note, that said, when I grow up, I want to be a fun-killing mom just like you. So that's just a little bit of, levity. I think that all of us as parents can use. Samantha, it is so good to be with you. Thank you so much for coming in.
Come see
Thank
us
you.
again.
No, thank you.
You're
Thanks,
so
everybody.
fun. Okay, so we got a link to her book. It's called Your Healthiest Healthy. Look at it. You're just going to absolutely love it. There's also some fun diagrams in there, guys. You can go to TwinCitiesLive.com and click on fun. And we want to say a thank you to Warpaint International Beauty Agency for their hair and makeup services today.